You know, I probably should be wearing like an alien shirt. I've only got the Nostromo one, but I don't know, I'm comfy. It's a lazy day Thursday. And I've got really bad hay fever all of a sudden, so I mean, it's been like this all day, where it's just like my nostrils just like on fire. Anyway, we're here to talk about Alien, in particular, the Anthology set. This is the Australian release version, despite still saying Sideshow Collectibles. So it has the MA15 Plus sticker, which I can easily remove. As you can see on the inside, to the best of the camera's ability, there is obviously image on the inside, which is like a textured wall. Basically the same as what you get here, this being the outer side, displaying what it is. That is not a... oh, that is a sticker. MA15 Plus is a sticker. On the back, you get this, which is a piece of paper, which I could theoretically take off. I don't see the need to. I don't know what it includes behind it, if it's not just probably more textured design, given how the top is textured design and the base is textured design, also saying that it comes with batteries. And yeah, it contains two pieces of replaceable AA LR6 batteries. Fair enough. I haven't had to replace the batteries yet, because when I got it, it was already working. Because this is a pre-owned set. Again, apologies for the nose and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what the whole box looks like. It comes with a bunch of detail. You do get a sticker saying 6 discs, 4 movies, 1 interactive experience, because this has the Mother Edition attached to it, which is really cool. I think in certain countries it is a limited edition set, but it's limited edition in different countries to different set numbers. I don't know what the Australian set number is. I think it's like 1300 in the UK or some shit. But either way, this is this limited edition tribute designed exclusively for Alien fans. Oh, they made it for me. And for you, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you're an Alien fan. I'd assume you are if you're watching this video. On Blu-ray, everyone will hear you scream. This Alien Anthology limited edition collector's set features the Guardian, an exclusive illuminated statue sculptured by Sideshow Collectibles that protect the precious disc cargo housed within. That is a weird way to phrase it, but sure. Brace yourself for a whole new breed of Blu-ray. 4 powerful films, 8 thrilling versions, because it has 2 versions of each film on each disc, in dazzling, terrifying, high-def clarity with the purest digital sound on the planet. 2 bonus discs and over 60 hours of archival and never-before-seen content, including the totally immersive Mother, MUTHER mode feature. Make this the definitive Alien collection. It says make this the definitive Alien... so like all this stuff makes it a definitive collection. I would have phrased it as making this the definitive Alien collection. That would have been probably a better way to write it down. But obviously you got your 6-disc set, which includes Alien, the theatrical cut, and the 2003 director's cut. It's not the director's cut, but you probably already know that by now. The Aliens 86 theatrical version and the 1990 special edition. Alien 3, the 1992 theatrical version, and the 2003 special edition, otherwise known as the work print edition, which is the better version of the film. And Alien Resurrection, the 1997 theatrical version, and the 2003 special edition. I have seen all 4 variants of these films. All 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, all 8 variants of these films. Personally, obviously, if I was to watch these, I'd go with the 4K of Alien. I would probably never watch the special edition, ever. You can just watch those extra scenes as deleted scenes, and they're not really worth the extra effort, realistically. I mean, sure, if you like the canon of, the alien made a hive out of Dallas and Brett. Sure, I don't think it's necessary, but you do you. The Aliens is different. It depends on how I want to view it. I personally prefer the extended cut because I love the backstory with Ripley and her daughter, but I don't care much for the whole extra part with the sentry turrets. And I don't like the Haley's... Is it Haley's Comet? I don't know, the place where all the aliens are. They have a whole scene that shows Newt with her family as they're driving around and they, discover the ship and her dad gets a facehugger on him. I don't like that sequence. I don't think it works well. I mean, obviously, it's a film that once you've seen it once, you already know that there were going to be aliens. So realistically, when you're watching the theatrical cut and the Marines are searching through the place that's been, completely decimated and everything, they're like, shit, what the hell's happened here? And Ripley's staying behind, obviously, because she's, not a Marine and whatever. And it's like, it's meant to instill fear, like, oh shit, there could be aliens at any point, and then the only movement they get is Newt. And so, having had the earlier scene, you're like, oh, well, they discovered aliens. I know that there is a scene where they go into a lab and they're like, oh, look, there's all these, like, test tubes and shit with, like, face huggers and whatever. That's great. That just builds up the atmosphere to, like, oh, yeah, no, they definitely found aliens, but they did a lot of, like, they went into it deep. So, yeah, I think that works better. It gives you more mystery, more ambiguity, builds up the terror and the tension of that sequence, especially for when they're about to find Newt. Having already had that earlier scene showing all the people there, it gives you context for how many people are there, but I feel like there's enough context given how many aliens show up, so it's like, it's a mathematical thing that it produces an answer no matter which way you look at it. So, and there's also the Sentry Turret part later in the film where all the Sentry Turrets are just killing the aliens. It just goes to prove that there are so many fucking aliens that, yeah, but it doesn't really add anything to the film. So it depends on how I'm feeling. And if I really want to watch an extra, like, hour of footage that I don't need to watch, like, it's not an hour of footage, but, like, a whole extra piece of footage when I only just want the extra few minutes of Ripley having a daughter that she's lost because she was in space for 60 years or whatever, and then in cryosleep, and her daughter has aged and died since then, and hence making her connection with Newt a lot more motherly. It just works better, I think. Nevertheless, really should have just been in the theatrical cut. Nevertheless, that's the only film that I'm like, depends how I'm feeling, because with the Alien 3, I always go work print. The theatrical cut's pretty good. Work print is, the theatrical cut's okay. The work print is a lot better. It's still not an amazing movie, but I still really like it, and I think the work print does it justice. And with Alien Resurrection, it just depends on if you want the extra minute and a half of footage. It's the same with Alien. Do you really need the extra version? I watched it, it just has a little bit of extra detail here and there. I don't mind it, given it's a film I don't particularly admire or love, or respect half as much. I don't mind it as a film, but I prefer to go to special edition, just because I can. But yeah, this obviously has the Blu-ray exclusive Mother Mode, interactive experience with data streams of production notes and historical facts, full-length audio commentaries for all movie versions, unseen dailies, deleted scenes, in-depth behind-the-scenes featurettes, over 12,000 photographs and artwork stills, isolated scores including alternate and unused cues, archival documentaries, test footage, TV specials, multi-angle studies, and more. The main reason I got this in the end, which this is a 2010 release, was actually because it came with all the documentaries, which I watched the one for Alien, so it's called like The Beast Within, The Making of Alien. I watched that on YouTube for free, and it was like 3 hours, and it was absolutely incredible. And I'm assuming they're probably still standard definition put on here because they're for like the DVD releases. But I would wholeheartedly recommend getting a anthology set, not the quadrilogy set, which I previously had, which had like no special features. Get the anthology set. It's just a better set all together. Because for the most part, the anthology set comes with the extra 2 discs with all the documentaries. And it does come with Mother Mode, which is really interesting. I haven't particularly utilized it myself because I haven't actually really watched it. But it's just a better way to go. Obviously, get the 4K of Alien and then get this set, or this set if you can. It looks incredible. Or, of course, if you can, just get the standard edition anthology set, which is still pretty hard to come by. So there's like a UK and US version. I don't know if they released one in Australia. They might have. I never saw it on the shelves, so I haven't done enough research to know if it exists. But if this exists, you'd expect that it would. So here is your Alien set. Obviously, from the get-go, it does light up when you turn it on. There isn't much to the lighting up. It's just basically that. So if I was to turn it off and on, the switch is at the back. This is also the clamp where the set comes out, so I'll show that off in a minute. I'll try to be careful with it. But yeah, it's not bad. You've got the alien font. It's got this kind of copper metal look, which of course it is just plastic. You've got your batteries at the base. Not too much around the back and sides, obviously, because it's just a pose, a little display plate. But then, of course, you do have your alien, which I'll try to get to focus as much on this as possible. It is a little funky looking how the alien just kind of bleeds into the egg, but as you can see, it glistens off. It doesn't really have too much of a liquidy texture at all, but it does have a plastic resiny texture, which I do like. Yeah, it's got some nice quality to it. It looks really kind of grotesque, but really creepy at the same time. The xenomorph looks really nice. It's more the warrior xenomorph from Aliens, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't mind that. I have no real beef against that kind of design, because as it is, it's already quite a creepy design, but it's 3 fingers. I don't know. It's not completely accurate to what the alien looks like. Alien doesn't have 3 fingers. But yeah, so it's pretty nice. Of course, you got its spine as well. You got the protrusions as well, the big head. It's just an overall really nice display piece. It's definitely worth taking out of the box. I can't imagine buying a set and not taking it out of the box. Luckily, I was able to buy a version that still had the box and it was in great condition. And this whole thing is in great condition. It doesn't feel fragile that it'll break. I mean, these still could probably come off, but yeah, for the most part, the set is really fucking nice. There's not too much else to say about it. I think, it's what you see is what you get. Obviously, you have the ability to just switch on the light, which, looking at it, it's a kind of a dull orange. It only circulates in this kind of area here. It doesn't really glow or anything. It's just a light. Obviously, I could turn off the lights in here and make it seem more powerful, but realistically, it's not that huge of a glow to begin with. It's not green, it's not creepy, it's just kind of almost heat-like, organic, in a way. I don't know, I guess that's what they were going for. But you open this hatch up, which it obviously has the little hatch there, and you can pull out the set. This isn't really prone to getting damaged. I like to keep it in the box. Obviously there's nothing really in there, it's just dark plastic. I guess it's noteworthy to say that I could have bought the standard Anthology set as well as this, just so I could have one separate and one in this big set. But at the same time, I didn't really want to put myself through the effort of like, oh, well, I've got both basically the same sets, and it just seemed worthless, because it's like, if I'm going to buy this one, I might as well just utilize this to the best of my ability. So, of course, it comes in a fold-out set. You get some new artwork for it as well. Forwards open, you get a hive of eggs, and then you just get more artwork as it approaches. You get the chest burster, you get the warrior version, the drone, however you want to call him. On the other side, with the egg, you get the face hugger, and you get the queen. Let me just kind of get a good display of the artwork there. I can understand if people aren't completely big on this. It's more of like a bronzy kind of chrome look, but it does completely fold out, and you get this whole demonstration. It's a bit interesting, because you go queen, face hugger, I guess, egg, and then you get your chest burster and your drone, which is interesting. The other side, you get all your discs with all their individual artworks. I'll fold this up just for now and kind of show them off individually. So disc number 6 is, to my knowledge, there's no artwork below these panels either. Disc 6, archive, it's just kind of got like space footage, I guess. You get the making of the Alien Anthology, which is interesting title, making the Alien Anthology. Sure, the Alien Archives. You get disc 4 is Alien Resurrection. Most of these are pretty standard artwork. They're all dual format BD50s. You get Alien 3. Yeah, and then you get Aliens and Alien. It's the same disc artwork you get in the standard Anthology or Quadrilogy set. Nothing too special to it at all, but at least it has some color coding, which is nice. And of course, out of here, it slips out the booklet. It's not too bad. And of course, then you get your film, details and stuff vaguely, like production credits and the such and the like. This slid out, so I forgot to mention it does come with this extra piece of paper just detailing Mother Mode and Disc Unbound. You get a booklet, your Mother Mode viewer's guide. On the back, it has the Weyland-Yutani logo. This is really cute how they've designed this. You've got a letter from Ridley Scott, which is really cool, from 2010. Basically him explaining kind of what the whole point of the Mother Mode thing is meant to be. A guide explaining what Mother Mode is, so if you want to pause it at all to get an idea. But basically it says, welcome to the Alien Anthology, Mother Mode. We've invaded the archives and hatched up the most comprehensive collection of alien artifacts ever created. Sure, cheap puns, but why not? Dozens of hours of supplemental material, recently unearthed production footage, never before revealed film facts, and over 12,000 images come together for the ultimate viewing experience, and all are managed under the unprecedented Mother Mode interactive feature, which follows the action and organizes your preferences using data tags across all 6 discs of the Alien Anthology set. I'm yet to discover how it works properly, but you've got a good booklet here. Tells you what Mother Mode. You get auditory, visual, data stream, data tags, help. So it gives you all those little icons and stuff, similar to how in the film they have their own little icons. You got audio, visual, data stream, data tags, data search, and isolated score tracks options. Then it tells you what's on each disc. You've got, obviously, disc 1, which comes with the theatrical cut and the director's cut. I love how it has the introduction by Ridley Scott. It's just him saying, this isn't my director's cut. They put this together to put in some deleted scenes and removed an extra 30 seconds, basically actually making the director's cut shorter than the theatrical cut, which of course he deems his theatrical cut, his director's cut, because it's the best cut. It's his preferred cut. So, just to sell more DVDs, I guess. Audio commentary by Ridley Scott, writer Dan O'Bannon, executive producer Ronald Shusett, editor Terry Rawlings, actors Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, Veronica Cartwright, Harry Dean Stanton, and John Hurt. And for the theatrical version only, you get a Ridley Scott audio commentary, which is a pretty decent commentary. I haven't heard the main commentary of all the people yet. I'd like to, but I haven't gotten around to it. Final theatrical isolated score, composer's original score, because there were 2 different scores, which I find very interesting. Basically, one designed for this film and one that was taking musical beats from other films and put into Alien, which is what we got in the final version, despite Jerry Goldsmith's dismay. Yeah, so it's got a decent amount of content there displayed. So if you want to read through that, you can, if it's hopefully close enough and visible enough for you. But basically just tells you what's on each disc, as well as, of course, the making of anthology disc and everything. The documentaries are very long. They're usually 2 to 3 hours each, which is really nice. It says, in addition to over 12-hour candid, in-depth documentaries, because there's 4 films and they're 3 hours each, you get nearly 5 hours of additional video, enhancement pods created exclusively for this collection, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting, as well as it talks about, it has different chapter titles for each documentary. So the first one, The Beast Within Making Alien, it's got the chapter titles Star Beast Developing a Story, The Visualist, Direction and Design, Truckers in Space, Fear of the Unknown. All these are different chapters within the documentary. Same as for Making Aliens, called Superior Firepower. Wreckage and Rage, The Making of Alien 3, One Step Beyond, Making Alien Resurrection. I'm very interested to watch all of these in the end, especially the ones for, I guess, the 3rd and 4th film. I guess the second one will still be really interesting. Then you got the stuff for the 6th, for the disc number 6, I believe this is, yeah, the Alien Anthology Archive. So this has all these extra stuff about the original films, for Alien, for Aliens, Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, as well as some extra stuff. So, yeah, it's actually just a really fucking nice set. I understand that this is a 12-year-old set currently, but yeah, it's just a really cool set. I figured I'd make a video kind of diving into it because I'm a huge fan of the Alien films. The fact that it's taken me so long to finally get this set, because I'd wanted to get it a few years back, and I just didn't for some reason. And I'm kind of happy I got it now, because I could afford it. It was about 150 Australian dollars, so that was maybe 160 posted. So yeah, it was pretty good. And it came really well packaged. It's still a really nice set. Obviously, the box has some wear and tear, but everything else is pretty neat, and I'm very happy to have it. But yeah, that's the whole Alien Anthology set. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more. I have put this on display over with my NECA figurines from Alien. And that's it. See you next time. Adios.